What does a resourceful 8-year-old kid defending his house against two incredibly dim-witted burglars? What does that have to do with sophisticated digital marketing strategy?
Surprisingly, just about everything.
We're talking resourcefulness, perception, perfect timing, and the terrifying consequences of brand inconsistency.
Stick around as we take a special holiday edition deep dive into what marketers can learn from the classic movie Home Alone.
Welcome to Trivera's AI Deep Dive podcast, hosted by Chip and Nova, our AI co-hosts. Together, they transform top marketing insights from our blogs, articles, and events into actionable strategies you can use. Ready to dive in? Let's get started.
Welcome to this special holiday edition of the Trivera Deep Dive. I'm Chip.
And I'm Nova.
Today we are digging into the core business genius of one of the most beloved holiday films, Home Alone.
And we're doing it based on the latest analysis from our founder, Tom Snyder, in his blog post, Lessons for Marketers to Learn from Home Alone.
You know, when Tom first pitched this, I have to admit I chuckled a little bit.
Me too. But once you look past the slapstick, Kevin McAllister executes it's a masterclass in strategic problem solving.
It really is. This isn't just some fun holiday trivia.
No, it's a framework for succeeding when your resources are limited and, the stakes are incredibly high.
So that's our mission today, to pull out those 7 essential strategies. 6 things Kevin did right, and 1 colossal mistake made by the villains.
And these all translate directly into effective marketing, whether you have a massive ad budget or just a few paint cans and some micro machines.
We're basically looking at this movie as a business case study.
Right, on operational excellence under duress. And the entire strategy, it really rests on lesson 1. You have to know your audience and their weak spots, maybe better than they know themselves.
I love that. Kevin didn't panic when he realized he was alone. He became a student of the crime.
He did. He just spied on Harry and Marv. He figured out their schedule, their patterns, their entry points.
He wasn't guessing what the bad guys would do. He was observing their actual repeated behavior. High-intent behavior, you could say.
And that is the absolute core of successful marketing analytics.
Exactly.
If you are guessing, you are just losing budget. You have to focus on the behavioral patterns, the real needs, the motivations of your specific audience.
Harry and Marv had this defined repetitive pattern.
For a marketer, that's gold. It's like identifying high-intent users based on complex signal data, not just demographics, but what they click when they click.
And how they behave right before they convert. And knowing their weak spots. It isn't malicious.
No.
It's about knowing where they're most receptive to your solution. It's about giving them the exact answer they need right when they need it.
That's it. That focused perception lets your message cut through all the noise. And that relevance, well, it wins. It wins every single time.
Okay, so having that intelligence leads right into lesson 2, which is prep like a pro, then improvise. Kevin put together this really formidable plan, but the brilliance wasn't just the initial strategy.
No, it was his willingness to adapt in real time.
Yes.
Tom highlighted a crucial moment in the blog. Kevin uses the iron drop down the laundry chute, right? He gets the reaction he wants.
And then immediately pivots.
Immediately. He hears a different noise from the back door. He doesn't just stick to the sequence he drew up on paper. He reacts to the live feed.
But isn't there a risk there? I mean, that too much improvisation just turns the plan into chaos.
That's a really critical distinction.
Because in marketing, chasing every shiny new metric can destroy your long-term goals.
Right. So agility isn't about abandoning the plan. It's about having a strong strategic framework. Kevin's goal was simple: survive until morning. And you treat the tactical execution as modular and responsive. So for marketing, this means you have a solid quarterly content strategy, but you're also running daily stand-ups where you react to ad spend, conversion rates, A/B test results.
So if one channel is tanking, you don't wait for the quarterly report.
You pivot the budget now. That's the difference between just planning and real-time optimization.
You have to be ready to change course without losing sight of the goal.
And none of this works without lesson 3. Use what you've got.
My favorite.
Kevin didn't quit because he lacked, a high-tech laser grid.
Right.
He just looked around the house and maximized every single asset he had. Micro machines, old paint cans, tar, a blowtorch.
Maximum use of existing assets. When marketers hear that, they immediately think budget. But I think Tom's pointing to something deeper. We all have budget restrictions, but the real question is, Are we maximizing the strengths, the assets, the people we already have?
Precisely. We focus so much on getting new things, new software, new campaigns, that we forget the power of repurposing what we already have.
So Kevin's paint can swinging over the stairs is what?
It's the perfect analog for taking one high-performing webinar and turning it into 50 pieces of social content, 3 blog posts, and an email campaign.
That's atomic content strategy.
Exactly. You maximize that high-value asset until it's fully exhausted.
And it's also about internal resourcefulness. A small marketing team might feel overwhelmed, but have they tapped into the expertise in their engineering department or their customer service logs?
That internal data is so often the most powerful and yet the most neglected asset in the entire house.
Ingenuity just carries you so much further than blindly throwing budget at a problem.
So we have this clear strategic foundation. Know your target, be agile, maximize what you have. Now we shift from that foundation to the actual execution. We're talking about the experience, the pacing, and the human side of it all.
This is where marketing becomes pure showmanship, pure psychology. Lesson 4 is all about set the mood.
Ah, yes. The famous party scene.
Right.
Kevin wasn't just setting traps, he was setting a scene. He was defining an atmosphere. He used lighting, music, motion, that spinning mannequin.
All to create the illusion of a huge, lively party.
It was intentional, high-stakes storytelling, designed to deceive and intimidate.
And the lesson is that the atmosphere you create has to match the story you want to tell. Marketing isn't just logic, it's so emotional.
It is.
You have to make the audience feel something, security, urgency, whatever. And if your website looks clunky and outdated, doesn't matter how cutting edge your product is.
The mood has already lost the battle. That sense of cohesion is critical for building trust.
You can't have, like, an edgy social media tone and then a stuffy corporate landing page.
No, it creates cognitive dissonance. The mood has to be congruent across all channels. It has to reinforce the reality you want to project.
And how he delivers that feeling is also critical. Lesson 5, timing is everything. He didn't just throw all his traps at them at the front door and, hope for the best. He paced his defense.
He sequenced his touch points perfectly. You see him waiting on the stairs, listening, timing his run to the next room at the exact moment for maximum impact.
He knew that if he wasted the tar and feathers too early,
they'd adapt before the final stage.
And that's the perfect analogy for sequencing campaigns. We see so many brands just launch one massive big bang that overwhelms the audience and then just fizzles out.
You have to think in terms of funnels, of behavioral triggers. Pacing means delivering the high-level awareness content, the small, annoying trap at the top.
And then you introduce the high-friction offers, the blowtorch, the iron, only when the prospect is deep in the funnel and has shown high intent.
Well-timed touchpoints are just so much better than a single loud moment that exhausts your audience. Pacing keeps people engaged.
Which brings us to lesson 6. And this is maybe the most critical and frankly the riskiest lesson for any marketer.
Don't underestimate human connection.
This really is the turning point of the whole movie.
It is. Kevin had completely misjudged Old Man Marley. He saw him as this terrifying threat.
Until they had that simple, quiet, honest conversation in the church.
And that one small human interaction completely rewrote the story Kevin had built in his head about his neighbor.
And that connection, it ultimately saved him. For marketers, the takeaway is so often glossed over.
People are not just rows on a spreadsheet.
Yes. You cannot automate true trust.
Yeah. Trust is built in small interactions and listening and genuine engagement, not just using a personalization token in a mass email blast.
Tom's analysis here really emphasizes the high-risk, high-reward nature of this lesson. It would have been strategically safer for Kevin to just avoid Marley entirely.
But he took a risk on empathy. In the marketing world, this means committing to, real human-led customer service, taking criticism seriously.
Being transparent.
Exactly. Automation is for efficiency, but it has to be supplemented by moments of genuine human empathy. That's where brand loyalty is forged.
So all 6 of those lessons, from keen observation to high empathy, were these positive steps Kevin took to defend his brand, his home.
Right. But to complete our analysis, we have to pivot. We need to look closely at the one critical failure that shows us exactly how marketing strategy goes wrong.
And that failure comes courtesy of the villains themselves.
Don't go away, because when we come back, we'll talk about the cautionary lesson to be learned from the Wet Bandits.
Hi, I'm Webster, Trivera's AI assistant. here to help your business thrive in today's fast-changing digital marketing world. Since 1996, Trivera has partnered with southeastern Wisconsin's strongest brands, delivering digital marketing that drives measurable results. Now, we're leading the way with next-generation AI solutions, branded podcasts, fully trained AI agents, predictive analytics, automated content creation, and optimization tools that work like your digital dream team, engaging audiences, capturing leads, optimizing campaigns, and delivering round-the-clock support. From SEO-optimized websites and ROI-driven campaigns to custom AI tools built for real business impact, Trivera is the partner you can trust to help you own what's next. Visit Trivera.com today and make the rest of 2025 your smartest, most successful year yet. Trivera, where 3 decades of expertise meet AI innovation to deliver digital marketing that converts.
Welcome back to Trivera's AI Deep Dive. Now back to our conversation with Chip and Nova.
We've covered the 6 things Kevin did right. Now, after the break, we're going to dive into the critical lesson that cost the Wet Bandits everything.
We call this the bonus lesson. Don't be a wet bandit.
Believe it or not, Harry and Marv were trying to build a brand.
I mean, it's wild when you think about it that way.
They wanted a memorable identifier, so they flooded every house they robbed, earning them the nickname the Wet Bandits.
And Marv, bless his heart, he took so much pride in explaining the name.
He's literally bragging about the very thing that is their greatest weakness.
It's the signature that helps the police track them down. They prioritized clever positioning over sound, credible operation.
And that is the essential blunder Tom highlights. It's a lesson that kills brands every single day. Your brand is not what you tell people it is.
Say that again.
It's what they experience. If your messaging doesn't line up with the reality of your product or your service, people just won't believe it. The Wet Bandits created a fantastic, memorable name.
But that name was based on damaging low credibility actions.
We see this all the time. A company says it's customer first in its ads, but then its customer service is a broken ticketing system that takes 5 days to respond.
That disconnect.
Yeah.
The promise versus the experience. That's the Wet Bandit syndrome.
If you are consistently damaging, even if you are consistently visible, that lack of credibility will expose you. Your clever positioning will be used against you.
So marketers have to prioritize consistency and credibility above just being clever.
Absolutely. Avoid the forced brand that people can't trust because the experience doesn't match the promise. It's so much better to deliver a modest, reliable promise than a massive, inconsistent one.
So when you put it all together, what does this all mean for us today?
I think it means Kevin won because he understood human nature.
Both sides of it.
Both sides. He understood the Wet Bandits' predictable greed, but he also recognized the loneliness and misunderstanding around Old Man Marley.
But the real turning point, as Tom says, was acting on that understanding.
Yes. The clarity, the resourcefulness, and the empathy. Good marketing requires seeing your audience as actual people with real fears, hopes, and patterns, not just demographics or conversion numbers.
When you show up with that clarity, that consistency, and a willingness to maximize what's right in front of you, the way Kevin defended his home, that's when you earn real lasting trust.
And that's when your brand becomes the one people remember and the one they trust. Long after the campaign, the market noise, and all the chaos are behind you.
Think about that. The true success of your work isn't the immediate launch. It's the lasting memory you create.
Our founder, Tom Snyder, built Trivera 30 years ago on exactly these kinds of insights, taking deep psychological truths, from Kevin's resourcefulness to the importance of human connection,
and applying them to help businesses reinforce their brands.
We use these lessons every day to help companies succeed, even in chaotic times, by ensuring their strategy is agile, their assets are maximized, and their messaging is credible.
So if you're ready to apply a little of the genius of Kevin McAllister to your brand, and you need help cutting through the noise with real clarity and consistency,
contact Trivera today. We'd love to begin helping you succeed. Go to Trivera.com and have a chat with Webster, our AI agent, to talk about your specific needs and how we can help. Or go straight to the human connection. Click the link at the bottom of Tom's blog, listed in our show notes, to set up a meeting with our Jamie Reinhardt.
Thank you so much for joining this deep dive into Tom's analysis. If you found this helpful, please download, subscribe, and share this deep dive with anyone looking for practical marketing strategy in the most unexpected places.
We'll see you on the next deep dive.
Thanks for joining us on Trivera's AI Deep Dive with Chip and Nova. If you enjoyed this episode, you can find more and stay up to date with new episodes wherever you listen to podcasts, or find them on our website and our social media channels. And don't forget to visit us at Trivera.com to learn how we can help take your marketing to the next level. Ready to talk? Reach out. We'd love to hear from you. See you next time.